The end times are near, but is it really the end times for you? So, guys, let's talk a little bit about what's going on right now in the Middle East. I'm obviously paying attention, just like everyone else is, to what's going on between the conflict and what we're involved with as far as the United States goes. And war is not good, right? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say war is good, but a lot of people right now think that nothing could happen to us in this country. And I want to let you guys know that there's always a possibility that something could happen to us. I don't want to sit here and say that you should be afraid, that you should be fearful, but you cannot discredit the fact that there could be an invasion, there could be something that could hurt our economy, that could hurt our natural resources, and also hurt our infrastructure, right? So you want to be aware of what's going on, you want to be in the know, right? But the biggest thing I think a lot of people struggle with, especially, with, again, I'm talking about war right now, but with anything really, COVID, any form of what's going on, any news headlines that are going on, you want to analyze things and be like, okay, could it affect me? If the answer is yes, you pay attention to it. You don't be fearful, right? Obviously, you stay calm, you stay vigilant, right? You stay aware of your surroundings, right? But at the same time, right, like if you're, looking at this war and being all panicky and afraid and, oh, what if Iran attacks us? What if they bomb the U.S., right? Okay, right? I mean, that's understandable. That's an understandable fear, right, of being attacked or being invaded, right, or not having food, not having water, your family starving, or you being slaughtered. Like, that's all a fear. But at the same time, right, like, you still have to live your life. You still have to do what you need to do day in and day out as far as your life goes, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we have a war, if we had COVID a few years ago, right? Same shit. But guess what? The rent, the mortgage, the car note, the food bill, whatever you got going on, the student loans you got to pay back, all that shit is the same. Nothing changes as it pertains to your house, right? So when everyone's concerned about what's going on in the White House, that's okay, right? I'm not saying don't pay attention, but you also have to pay attention to what's going on in your house, right? And escape escape this fear projection outwards into like focusing on things that are outside of you that may or may not affect you. Like, yes, it could affect me or it could affect you, but I can't sit here and just focus on that all day. And then also, I hear a lot of people that are saying, oh, stay inside, this and that. Guys, if I'm gonna, like I said, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, right? I can't stop living my life because of something that's going on 40,000 miles away, right? So at the end of the day, you want to be vigilant, you want to be aware, but also, right, like, still focus on what you're doing, still focus on what you have going on in your life, still focus on, your relationship, your career, your health, like, the people around you. Like, you can't just stop living life because of the mass psychosis that's going on in the news right now, right? And like I said, this goes for right now. I feel like I've always wanted to talk about stuff like this, but for any event, right? For COVID, for this, for riots, immigration, shit, whatever's on the headlines, right? You still have to produce, you still have to provide, you still have to protect the people that you love that are in front of you, right? So at the end of the day, right, like, all news is local, right? So all weather's local, right? Dan Kennedy, he's a marketing he was a marketing guy, and one of the things I remember him saying is like, all weather is local, right? So that's not to say that you shouldn't be aware, but if it's not in front of you, if it's not imminent, right? If it's not coming at your doorstep, right? You need to still do what you have to do, right? You still have to live your life. You still have to look at your finances, look at your health, and you constantly need to still be working on yourself, right? So at the end of the day, don't shy away, don't stop paying attention. But at the same time, again, stay focused, stay present with what you have going on in your life. Stay focused on your goals. Like, don't start being fearful. And I see a lot of people as well, like, they're selling all their stuff, they're selling their stocks, they're selling their crypto. No, like, the news wants you to be fearful, right? And in a way, again, I don't know, but I feel like even rich people, they want the average person to sell, because Rich people don't have a problem when things go down. They have so much money. Like, okay, right? Think of BlackRock, think of Vanguard, think of Wall Street, right? Think of these Silicon Valley, right? These people have a lot of money, right? So they actually like when the stock market, when crypto, or when asset prices drop, because that's when they can throw the millions of dollars that they have in savings at shit like that, right? And get a good price and get a good rate of return, right? So, you know, as far as the economy goes and businesses and stuff like that, right? Like, don't sell your stuff too. Like, that's another thing. Don't let this fear, or don't let this potential for war make you irrational and start doing things that are out of the norm, out of character, right? So you want to be, again, you want to be level, cool-headed. You want to be level-headed. You want to stay calm. Also, be in the know, be aware, but you got to keep living your life. You can't let this derail you, and you can't let it like constantly sap your focus, right? Because again, we still have to live our lives, right? The mortgage, the rent, you paying for gas, right? You doing all this shit. It doesn't change anything. So at the end of the day, you still have to do what you have to do. So anyways, guys, that's it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as always, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.